Hi guys, my name is Pawan and I welcome you all towards my channel. So guys, first of all, I would like to thank all my dear subscribers for constantly supporting me. This channel has been growing to huge amount of success. Thank you so much. I'm really glad that I'm helping you out with your preparation among different factors. It could be about life lessons or about inspirational videos, or it could be about any factor about how to get into college interview and all. I was really blessed. Thank you so much. So guys, as all of you know that I've already started my own other channel known as Art of Law, where I'm teaching for actually helping the Symbiosis students who want to prepare and clear out their interview right from their entrance process. I also have been constantly helping them for their interview process and other factors. So thank you so much guys, and if you are not following that Art of Law channel, please do follow. So all the factors regarding how to prepare for Symbiosis interview and what are the importance of other factors, which are the main important questions which they can ask for the interview, all that I have been uploaded in the Art of Law channel. If you have not watched it, just please do watch it. And not only that, I'm coming live every day from 8 to 8:30 or from 8:30 to 9 on that particular channel and clearing out all your doubts. So the main reason for me to come on this particular channel and then upload a video is about to help you out regarding your Symbiosis interview, and it is an open call for all the students who are being preparing for a Symbiosis interview, whether it could be BBA or BBA LLB, it could be BA program, or in terms of people who are being specializing in terms of economics or whatever factor it is. For all those who have been preparing for your Symbiosis interview, in this video I'm going to tell on what are the important tips and strategies and what are the main important core areas which you need to work on. Okay, so irrespective of whichever course you're being preparing for Symbiosis, this video is especially for you, and trust me, all the contents whichever I'm going to tell out over here is going to be as a extensive research, and after my experience of taking 250 plus mocks, what kind of questions could be expected for you and how you need to prepare, all that in systematic manner I'll be telling this particular video. And if you have any doubts in specific, just put it up in the comment box and I shall surely reply and help you out. And further, if you have any doubts in specific which you guys want me to specifically address, then you can mail me out, that is in pawan.ss102@gmail.com, or else you can also text me in my Insta ID, that is pawan.ss. And or if you just follow my Art of Law channel, I'm coming up live every day. You can even clear out your doubts over there too. So as being said that, now let's get started. So guys, the main important aspects which you need to prepare for a Symbiosis interview, whether it is for BBA program, for BBA LLB, or any course in specific you're preparing for Symbiosis, in mainly about 5 important core areas. Okay, you're going to prepare in 5 important core areas. So these are the major areas in which how they're going to ask you the questions and how you need to prepare your structured answers very well in advance. So while I just take a doubt clearing sessions and mock interview from a very long time, these are the major or significant areas where I mainly train them, and this is the major areas which I make sure that they be very expert and how they need to develop their answers. Okay, so I'm going to tell you out, and it's one of the basic. Just make sure that you have a paper and pen next to you, so just kindly note it down, and then trust me, it's going to help you out. So as being said that, now let's get started. So guys, the first aspect is about common interview based questions. Okay, what are these common interview based questions? Very simple. In Symbiosis, the first category of question which they is going to ask you is about common interview based. That is about your self introduction. Okay, after self introduction comes mainly about your strength and weakness, and then thirdly could be about a leadership role or initiative which you have taken up before, and the fourth important aspect could be about any decision making skills which you have been possessing. Okay, so this is about the common interview based questions. So common interview based questions, it is one of the most important areas, but don't worry, I'll be covering up all the important areas in this particular video, and how we need to prepare on how we need to structurize your presentation, all that will be discussed over here, because after request of huge amount of students, my Instagram ID, my email ID was really filled up with all of your message, and I'll be promising you that by the end of this video, you'll get a clarity on how exactly you need to structure it out. And for those you have been preparing for your interview, which will start from upcoming from 5th, and for all those who have been already started with your preparation, which is going to be on the later date, this video is going to help you a lot. So as said about common interview based question, self introduction is very important. So self introduction, prepare a very good structured self introduction, because first impression is the best impression. You should not extend your self introduction beyond 1 minute. That's not acceptable. So make sure that your self introduction comes within 1 minute. That is very simplified and very good. Okay, very simplified and very good. Your self introduction comes in just 1 minute, and very important core elements which you need to keep in your mind in the self introduction is that about it is your self-introduction, not your family background self-introduction. So do not mention about your family background over here. So I just see that many students mention it over in your self-introduction, because that's not required. Because self-introduction is a place where you're supposed to tell about yourself, your USP, unique selling points, and why exactly on basic core elements of yours should be exactly said. It could be about your name, it could be about which place you're coming up. You can tell out your name. For example, if your name is Pawan, and I'm just welcoming you during my interview, I might be calling you Pawan, kindly introduce me about yourself. So you have to tell with your full name in the self-introduction. That matters a lot. So my name is pawan.ss. I'm from Bangalore. I completed my 12th grade from so-and-so college. And after that, you can tell about your academic qualifications. If you have been, if you're very strong academic qualifications, you can mention on that. Or else you can also mention about the extracurricular activities which you have done. You know, that matters the most. If you have done any kind of national event, state conference, or any kind of state achievements, national event, or any kind of participation which you think is very much valuable, add it in your self-introduction. That matters the most. And after that, you can just generally tell that, sir, my ambition is to become this one. That also you can tell. It's an optional. Whether you can, if you want, you can tell it, or if you want, don't want, you don't need to tell it. And if you want, you can even add on your hobbies. It's still an optional. So guys, I've already maintained a detailed video about self-introduction. You can just go watch it. I'll be like, you can just watch in my playlist itself. Just type pawan.ss self-introduction video. You'll get all the details over there. Or just follow my Art of Law channel, and then if you just go through it, or just text me out personally, I'll just help you out with that. Okay. So now next important area is about, they can ask you from your self-introduction itself, you'll be getting many cross questions. That is very important for you to know. Okay. Because whatever you tell in your self-introduction, that is going to become a great brahmastra for the interviewers to ask more questions. For example, if you're telling from yours from so and so places, they can ask you, you're from Bangalore or you're from Karnataka, right? So if I was the interviewer, I would have been asked that, could you kindly tell me any 3 major particular problems of your particular state, and tell me what are the areas on how do you think we can overcome those particular problems. So you're supposed to structure your answers very clearly. You're supposed to tell that, so the 3 important major problems which I see in my state is about the corruption, and the second one is about the child marriage, and the third one is lack of literacy facilities. So what is corruption? Just tell about what are the corruption problems, and tell about the solutions on how you can try to overcome it. Similar way for all the 3 problems. See, I'll tell you very clearly, whenever you tell your problems, no, it matters the more you have to tell along with the problems your solutions. That matters the most. So if you want to stand out of the crowd, you know, what makes you very much unique in the crowd is that on how well you're trying to oblige and how well you're trying to introduce yourself with the solutions. See, everyone will tell the self-introduction, no? But tell me, what should make your answer unique than others? Your answer will be unique when you give your own unique strategies, when you give your own unique viewpoint. That will make you outside the crowd. So that's the reason, make sure that your answer is very much simplified, very much like whatever you say in your self-introduction, at least be prepared with 5 to 6 extra questionnaires what they can ask you. Okay. So next comes about your strength and weakness. So in your strength and weakness, what matters the most is about, just tell 2 strength and 2 weakness, more than enough. While telling your weakness, do not tell that, sir, I do not have any weakness. Don't try to be very modest. You know, in this planet Earth, at least one individual also will be having any kind of weakness. So what you can tell is that while telling your weakness, tell on how you're trying to overcome it. Okay. As I say it always, you can tell that, sir, I'm a very detail oriented person. I take much time to complete a particular project, but however, I'm trying to overcome it by keeping a proper fixed timetable. Okay. This is how you need to prepare your answers while you're telling out for your self-introduction. I hope it's very clear for you, and it is very simple answers, so there's nothing much complicated. So 2 weakness batao, 2 strength batao. Okay. About strength and weakness, I've just uploaded many videos in the name of Christ University. Just go watch it. Okay. Irrespective you're applying for Christ University, Symbiosis, whatever college, it is the same pattern of telling it. It's just that we're just changing the structure and telling it out, so that matters the most. Strength, 2 weakness. And next is about a leadership or your any kind of decision making skills. They can give you any kind of situation and how well you're trying to tell it out. And you know, in Symbiosis, there is a trend of asking questions. They can give you a situation, and then you're supposed to tell it very clearly and very critically. You're supposed to tell. I'll give an example. Don't worry. See, for example, they can give you, if you're the Prime Minister of India for one day, what will you do? Okay, this situation would be given to you, and then you're supposed to critically think and then tell out an answer. Be a little more logical. Especially law students, if you're telling, I always, whenever I train them, you know, I tell them, be very logical, because whenever you are telling out the answer, it should be very logical. It should not that you come it on the spot and then you are supposed to tell it out, but something very practical way of answering is very much expected and very much required. Okay. And then comes about, after your any kind of situation they can, situation based questions are very much X based questions, they can ask you any based question. How do you handle pressure? How do you do certain factors when this problem is happening to you? How are you going to face a challenge when this is coming up to you? So all this could be asked in your common interview based questions. This happens very much common in the Symbiosis interview, where it can play a very important major role with your preparation. Okay, so now after this, the next important areas which you need to focus for your Symbiosis interview is about campus based questions. See, majority of the students, you people do not research about why exactly you want to join for Symbiosis. I was taking a mock interview for a student, I was just taking many mock interviews. So one particular question I asked for a student is like, why do you want to join Symbiosis? What he said me in specific was that I wanted to opt for Symbiosis because they provide free Wi-Fi facilities. I was literally blank over there. Okay, fine. Be very logical. That's what I'm telling. Okay, he made a mistake. Totally fine. He has learned from it. So I want to tell you why exactly. Learn about the historical perspective. थोड़ा Symbiosis के बारे में learn करो. क्या है Symbiosis? What does the Symbiosis provide? What are the courses provided by Symbiosis? And then what are your subject? For example, you have opted for BBA program. उस BBA program में what are the subjects provided by Symbiosis? Learn it, because they can ask a question like, okay, you said that as if I was an interviewer, and how the trend of question they ask for Symbiosis interview is that, okay, you said that like an interview will ask, so have you read about the course and curriculum of our Symbiosis for this particular course of BBA? So most of the students try to be very modest and they tell that, yes sir, I have read it. Majority of the students tell it. That's natural. If they don't tell it, it's a demarcation for them, right? So they accept it and tell it, yes sir, I have read the course syllabus and curriculum about it. So the next question with the interviewer asks is that, okay, batao, which and all, tell me about the subjects which we teach in Symbiosis. That time students become very blank. They literally freak out and then they do not know what to tell at that point of time. So do not bluff in an interview. Be very honest. That's the reason, campus-based question, I'll tell you major questions which you need to prepare. I've already provided answers for this question in my Art of Law channel. If you have not watched it, that channel is actually for you, and especially for law student, that is a boon channel for you. That is actually a blessing for you, because I've just uploaded every important contents which now you need to prepare for your Symbiosis interview. And this, trust me, it's going to help you a lot. It's going to help you a lot. So now next is about why Symbiosis. How will you contribute to Symbiosis? And if they say in specific is that, see, tell me any one reason why we should not select you. Tell me any 3 reasons why we should not select you. So when they tell this, you should not be panic. You can tell that, sir, I don't think so there is any particular reason why you should not select me. When some students tell that, it becomes a little arrogant. So you can tell that, so I think I am the best is what I think, sir, but in your knowledge, in your wisdom, if you find a better candidate than me, then I will surely work again on it. See, your positivism and how well you're trying to tell the answer, that matters the most. So be very optimistic, be very energetic, and be very enthusiastic while telling the answers. Got it? This is the pattern on how we need to tell the answers for the question about why we should not select you. Okay? They can ask you about what is what do you know about Symbiosis? So when they are ask about Symbiosis, just don't tell that they are very good faculty members or very good placement thing. Tell something different. Okay? Different aspect which is not mentioned. You can tell about a little about its history, its little reputation. It's about a teaching methodology. Uske bare mein thoda batao. It's possible, you can do it. Okay, tell little about a teaching methodology. Uska cultural events, tell about the cultural events, and tell about a small story. Why exactly would you like to join for Symbiosis? One story. See, I'll give you an example. Okay, when we go for our college, schools, classes, and all, when a teacher, when she's constantly teaching us, we get bored, right? If she's taking us the class lecture for continuously. But some teachers, when they teach us, when they tell it in the form of a story, when they actually tell in specific about, for example, a story, they'll give it, and then they can give any life incident. When they tell, that stories get connected to us very strongly. Have you thought about why? Because a human brain gets connected to a story. A human brain gets connected to any kind of incident. Okay, that at that time, our mind gets connected very frequently and very powerfully. So it's very important for you whenever you're telling out a certain kind of, just thoda story batao, a small amount of aspect, that will get you connecting to the interview that frequency will be very high. Okay, that's the reason, I'm just telling this after very big detailed research. That's the reason I'm asking you guys to kindly research about the campus very well. Okay, so about why Symbiosis, how you will contribute to the Symbiosis, why if we don't select you, have you applied to other college? You can tell that, yes sir, I've applied to other college, but my main priority is Symbiosis. Then next is about next important question, very important. Next important question is about Symbiosis versus this college, Symbiosis versus this college. You can tell that. If it is a very famous college, then you cannot lie, right? For example, if it is NLU versus Symbiosis, which one will you tell? So if it's top 3 NLU, surely I'll be opting for it, or else I will be surely opting for the Symbiosis. If it's one of the not that graded college, then you can give the priority to Symbiosis and then answer. This is about how you need to prepare for your campus based question. So guys, we discussed now on how to prepare for your common interview based questions. Then we discussed about how to prepare for campus based questions. Now next agla which you need to focus is about course related question. Okay, why exactly have you taken this particular course? Okay, and be a little more practical, be very much ethical, why exactly you have taken this particular course, and don't tell that it is because of the parents' pressure. Avoid it. These are not good answers. Parents' pressure, because I watched in that movie, this movie. Okay, you can tell it has been inspiration, but be a little more logical while telling it. Okay, why exactly you have taken this particular course? For example, you want to contribute to the society, you want to support to the society, something about society ke bare mein thoda batao. That will be a little more impressive in your interview. Got it? It will be very much impressive in your interview. So guys, next important aspect which you need to prepare for your Symbiosis interview is about, for example, you have been opted for BBA program, or just about any particular program. It could be law or any program. Okay, they can ask you about, tell me about, for example, if you have taken BBA, I can tell you about, tell me the importance of business administration in this present country. Tell me the business majors drawback during COVID-19, and how do you think business can revamp and regrow during this COVID time? And could you tell me what are the major challenges faced by business industry? If you're an economics student, I can tell you about, could you tell me how the economy has been crashed during the entire COVID-19, and how do you think we can try to overcome such particular kind of challenges? So these are the kind of questions which they can ask you about regarding the course related. Okay, for example, if it is a law, why law? What is justice according to you? Why exactly have been chosen for this particular program? So they can also ask you that in this particular course, for example, you are from Delhi and then you're coming to Pune, Symbiosis Pune, or Hyderabad, Nagpur, whatever college. So at that particular time, they may ask you in specific about, this is a funny question they can ask you. So as you're from Delhi, will you get adaptable to this particular new place? You can tell that, yes sir, I'll get adaptable to this particular place because I like exploring different new opportunities, and I'm very open-minded person. And I'm very versatile person who's always looking for opportunities, and I'm sure that once I come to this particular campus, I'll be able to do my level best. See guys, this is a technique which you need to adopt while telling for an interview. See guys, always remember why we should select you and not the other candidate. If I should select you comparing to other candidate, then what should be the other things you be unique than others? Your skills. It could be about your hobbies. It's the way about your presentation. It's the way on how you're trying to communicate. So all this will decide whether I should select you or the other candidate. So if you prove that you're worthy, then trust me, this college is for you. Okay, so it's just, I'm not promoting the college, but I'm just telling you on how you need to train yourself for the interview. If you prepare in this manner, regardless of whichever college you go in this planet Earth, whether it is Symbiosis, anything, or if you're going for any kind of placements or any kind of thing, this actually your process of this interview will actually literally help you out. Okay, so this is the 3 important area. One is campus based, campus based, and first we discussed about common questions, and then campus based, and then little about course related questions. And next is mainly about, as you all know, very important, hobbies and skills. Aapka hobbies jo bhi hai, those you can get many kind of cross questions from there. They can tell you, okay, could you tell me about your hobbies? So then you may tell that, sir, my hobbies are actually skating, or what, for example, it could be about cricket, football, whatever it is. But you may get more questions about who's your inspirational person regarding this particular sport, or who is your inspirational person regarding this factor, or this, and what do you learn from it? So it's very important, tell the inspirational person, and along with that your learnings also you can mention it out. Okay, this is how you need to prepare for your interview. Next is about very important areas. Just know, for example, your hobbies is about football, this and all. Do not bluff over that. They may ask you about, tell me about any particular famous personalities from that particular domain. They may also ask about any questions regarding that, but you should be very well to tell it. And next important aspect about common interview based, campus based, course related, and then next important thing which I promised, which you guys should know, is about hobbies and skills. And next last important area is about current affairs. Oh God, guys, current affairs and the recent whatnot things are happening around you, very important. At least read Hindu editorial page every day, then please go to sleep. That is going to help you out throughout your interview. This step if you follow, it's going to help you out. Just know the important hot topics whichever is going. For example, it could be about the recent Pegasus attack, it could be about the recent human trafficking issues, it could be about the recent sedition laws controversial issues, it could be about the recent UAPA Act, Unlawful Activity Prevention Act, it could be about the recent business challenges faced by COVID-19. Keep yourself updated. If you're not able to go through editorial page, Hindu editorial page every day, koi baat nahi. Take Byju's app every day, Byju's and Byju's IAS, just type. See, those guys are not sponsoring me, but I'm just telling it to you. It'll help you out for your interview. Just type Byju's IAS. Every day Hindu analysis is there. Just go through it. Trust me, it's going to help you out. Okay? Trust me, it's going to help you out. Keep yourself updated at least for 2 to 1 week. What all important hot events are happening. They may ask your view, but whenever you tell your view, you should be very neutral. Do not support anything, neither go against it. For example, if they are asking you about reservation, you have been opted for a program known as economics, just imagine, or you have been opted for any MBA program, you have been opted for any BBA program, they may ask you about a reservation. Reservation program mein aapka kya lag hai? Like, what do you think about reservation? That time when you tell about reservation, neither go completely against it, neither be completely for it. Okay, be very much neutral. So you can tell it, I'll tell you in neutral. Okay, first you can tell its advantages, disadvantages. You have to use the PCBS formula: advantages, disadvantages, your view, and then solution. And then while telling out the answer, very importantly, which many students literally try to mess it out, is in specific about your view based. When you try to be view based, for example, I ask you about reservation and you go completely against reservation. And if I am an interviewer who like reservation, don't you think there is a bias created between me and you? So it's very important, be very neutral. So if I can give an example for reservation in terms of neutral, I'm not telling the plus and negative factors, I'll just give the view based answer for it. So you guys can tell it. So even though reservation is creating major amount of challenges, even the rich people are also getting exploited in the name of reservation. I think there should be a proper regulation system which we need to control it. If we, but even the reservation plays a very important role. But we cannot take any kind of action of overcoming it because still our country is developing. I think, but by bringing up strict rules and regulations and with proper amount of checks and balances in our country, we can tell that reservation will play a major role in our country. Very simple. So now this is how we need to prepare for your current affairs. I'm also providing a current affairs manual for the students, whether you're preparing for your Symbiosis interview, whatever this one, you can mail me. I will provide you the list of mail me or text me in Instagram. Instagram is better. Just text me over there because many students, it's very easy for me to send even a voice message back and reply back to you. So guys, this is the last important area which you need to focus for a Symbiosis interview. And even situational based question, I said, that comes under common interview based, like Prime Minister, they may give you a particular role, how you're trying to overcome. See guys, this is how you need to prepare for your Symbiosis overall interview. Okay, so first first we discussed about common interview based question, campus based question, course related question. Then about, if I'm not wrong, we discussed about course, common interview based, campus, course related, then about all the important hot topics regarding current affairs and other factors, and then we discussed about hobbies and skills. So guys, these are the major areas how we need to prepare for a Symbiosis, and I hope in this video I try to clear up everything, whatever is required for a Symbiosis interview. And I do take mock interviews. You can have a mock interview with me just for half an hour. I just take a mock interview and then you can analyze your mistake, where exactly you're making mistake, where you need to grow, how we need to clear out your mistake. I also take doubt clearing session. If you want, you can even take a doubt clearing session with me. I'll be glad to help you out. All the details are below in the description box. Just get in touch with me. I'll be glad to help you out. I'll be the first to help you out. So don't worry out. And my manuals which I'm providing for the students, it is going to help you out. Trust me, because many students have got benefited out of it. So out of that feedback, I'm telling it to you. Thank you so much for all of you, and I'm coming up live every day in Art of Law channel from 8 to 8:30 or 8:30 to 9, depending on my time slot, because my interview slot starts from morning. Morning I just start taking the interview and it's just finished at the evening. That's the reason this video, I'm able to take this video late evening, night, because it just took that so long duration. So guys, that's it. If you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe. Please do support me. I'll be glad to help you out. So anything is there, any barrier of a preparation, do not get demotivated. Just believe yourself. Just trust the process, because you are filled up with ultimate potential, So if you believe yourself, the world is going to believe you. That's the thing. So just be very positive, be very optimistic. You can do it. Nothing is impossible in this world. Okay. And interview preparation, it's not that risky. So my intention is to make sure that you present yourself very well. Let you bring the best version out of you. And so make sure, guys, I provide all the details below in the description box. Just get in touch with me at any point, any doubt, any discussion, anything you want me to answer. I'll be glad to help you out. Wish you all the best. relax, smile and tell the answers, be very confident, practice in front of the mirror, drink little water and practice, record your audio, video and practice, and then do more amount of mocks. If you don't do mocks, you won't understand your mistake. Major mistakes done by students, because students just keep on studying everything. They're not able to reproduce properly in the interview because lack of practice and preparation. So if you want to overcome it, it only happens with a proper amount of justification of practice. So guys, that's all. If you do like this video, please do a like, share and subscribe. I will provide my details in the description box. Just have a half an hour mock with me, and I charge very less. It's 400 rupees. You can have a mock with me and I will be able to clear out all your doubts. Even I conduct a doubt clearing session. You can even get that with me. Just, it's a very small amount guys, nothing very big. And if you have only just doubts for me to clear, even you can text me on Instagram. I'll be glad to help you. If you want a current affairs manual, I charge a small amount for it, but if you want for it, you can even get access to me. Just, I am there to help you out. Just make sure that you give your best shot. I'm just charging because for you guys to get responsible, otherwise people won't turn up. So that's the reason. Wish you all the best. Anything, anywhere, any doubts, just get back to me. I will be glad to help you out. Until then, see you. Goodbye. Take care. Bye bye.